actually that enthused about Mana Drain. Sword of Light and Shadow's alright too.
Meh. Like,
it's a fair deck card, but it's one of the
it's like the worst sword.
It is. I mean, I'm not saying it's my pick here, but the swords are one of the
treachery.
Yeah, I think that's it. Other than that, it's like, I mean, Goblin Guys.
Scalding Tarn.
Yeah, I don't like the red deck and the Power Cube very much.
Yeah, I beat it first round of the cube that I did.
Other than that, yeah, Scalding Tarn, Sneak Attack, Birds. All of these are not anywhere near the level of Treachery.
Yeah, treachery's pretty good.
Even in this cube where he's not nearly as good, it's still
free control magic.
Yeah. Compulsive?
Compulsive or Progenitus?
I mean, Progenitus is one of my least favorite of the big fatties. Progenitus.
Wall of Blossoms, but...
Well, I mean, if I just want to stay blue, I think. Like, all of these cards are about as powerful as Compulsive. And like I said, like, Progenitus is my least favorite of the big fatties because there's no possible way to get it into play without cheating it.
That's not true.
Yes, you can cast it for 10 mana, 2 of each color. So there's no possible way of getting it into play
It's
without
very
cheating.
possible.
How many times have you cast a Progenitus?
That doesn't mean it's not possible.
Fair enough. Moving on, I'm going to take this compulsive research, be pretty happy about it.
Pretty happy about it. Alright with it.
I mean, it's not like a third pick Ancestral or anything, but...
Oh no, it can go out back. I mean,
this Mech sucks.
dog needs to stop thinking he owns the town.
So it's like Sphinx's Rev, Eternal Witness. I like Eternal Witness a lot. It's not really where I'm going. But there's not really anything else here I'm excited about. I don't like Augur Bolus very much.
I'm trying to go Reanimator.
That's fair. That is.
We do have a discard outlet already.
I think I like Sphinx's Rev.
I would rather take E-Witness than Sphinx's Rev.
Really?
Yeah.
Sphinx's Rev is pretty good.
Slow.
It is. But, I mean...
Also, we've passed some decent white cards.
That's true, but you only need 1 white mana for Sphinx's Rev. I like E-Witness a lot, though. I'm okay with that. And then...
Ah, my head!
This pack.
It is now under my control. You must now do everything I say.
Ah! How's it going?
How you doing, big man? You alright?
Not too bad. Not
Good to
too
see you.
bad. Yeah, likewise.
Howdy.
Joe, what's going on, mine?
Not a whole lot. Drafting.
Inferno Titan?
You're having way too much fun.
I think I'd take Avenger over Inferno
I
Titan.
think Inferno Titan's better.
I do too, but it's green instead of red.
Yeah, but we're not necessarily green. We only got 1 green card.
Yeah, but
Inferno Titan's way better than...
I don't know about that.
Way better.
I like Avenger. I mean, there's nothing else here I even really want to play. Trinket Mage could be good if I get a bunch of support.
I would totally take Inferno Titan.
I'll take Avenger. I'll say Terrastodon. That is something I will do. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing really, like, there's Tundra. I wouldn't mind a Tundra.
Yeah.
But if I'd taken the Sphinx's Rev, I'd probably slam the Tundra here. I'll take a
Soren's
Terrastodon.
pretty good too.
What is?
Soren.
Yeah. I like Face Fetters a lot. Regrowth, I guess, is probably the pick, though.
There's also Academy Ruins. We can, I think, busted to go with that.
True.
But, I don't know. Think that's better than Regrowth.
I mean, yeah, I like Regrowth. It's if I get a Time Walk, I will incredibly regret not having the Regrowth. Whereas I can't really imagine I'm not gonna be super thrilled about Mindslaver anyways. Is Mindslaver even in the cube?
Yeah, I assume so.
I'm gonna take Oath of Druids. We are drafting an Oath deck.
Oof.
Why are you?
Signet too. What the fuck?
I'm taking the Woodfall.
Glenalindra.
I see it. I'm taking the Woodfall.
Dude, you already got 2 fatties. You don't need any
I'm
more
taking the
fatties.
Woodfall.
You
If
can
I'm
just
playing-
draw a bunch of cards that you can't cast.
If I'm playing Oath of Druids, I don't want to Oath Glenalindra in my deck.
You have a bunch of cards in your hand that you can't cast unless you draw Oath of Druids. You're 1 Oath of Druids. That's what I call synergy.
No, I think you worry too much.
Have fun losing to drawing a bunch of fatties and not cards you can actually cast.
I don't know. That hasn't been my experience in this cube.
Okay, now that skin is all
Because your win percentage is so good.
It hasn't been bad. I mean,
You
I
said it was about 50%.
Yeah, I made the finals of about half my
So
draft.
less than 50%.
No, my win percentage is better than 50%.
No, winning your drafts. If you've done 9 and you've made the finals of like half of them,
Yeah.
that's less than 50%. Because you haven't won. You've won 1. That is retarded. How the fuck did Chrono Titan wheel?
It's not that great.
It is that great.
I mean, I like Inferno Titan. It's pretty good, but I think you have a skewed
Makes me
perception
feel
of this
like-
format.
I don't know.
I'm probably taking the Mock Sapphire. I want this Emrakul. Or this Mana Crypt. Jeez. This deck is actually pretty stacked. We're probably just taking this Mock Sapphire and being happy about it. I think it's better than Mana Crypt. I'd be pretty stoked if that Emrakul wheel.
Somehow I don't think that's very likely.
What?
Somehow I don't think that's very likely. The upside on Emrakul is very good.
Emrakul is my least favorite of
And
the...
like, what else is there to pick here besides the Mana Crypt? And the land, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, like, the thing is, Emrakul is the Eldrazi that you can't really ramp into. You really do just have to cheat. So, like...
Well, there's also a cheat card in this pack.
That's true. But I'm just gonna take the Mox.
Yeah, I would do. Karn?
Yeah. I mean, I like Grizzlebrand. But I also like Karn.
It's a threat that's not a creature.
Yeah. There's Simic Signet too.
Hopefully that comes back.
Control magic is not that great in this cube. Tezzera is pretty good. And Nissa. There's a pretty good chance that I see something back from that pack. Can't really take the Moldrifter.
Counterspell.
Bye.
Bye! Yeah, I think it is just the counterspell. I'd love Moldrifter. Not that good with Oath, though.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
It's nice seeing you.
See you next year.
Peace.
So that's all underground, but we don't have anything black right now.
That's true.
And no fetch lands. No Foff.
I like Tameo a lot better than Foff. I have not been that impressed with Factor Fiction. Yeah, Grave Titan's pretty sweet. I was gonna grab Tameo. Signet. It's double off
Super
color.
off color. I would probably take Stevens.
On the chance of playing the Titan.
I don't know, maybe Signet. Or finding something else red splash.
Yeah, that's true, but I kind of just like the Signet. It's not great.
Jeez.
Mm,
Doesn't,
It really doesn't fix the mana. I guess Steam Vents is probably better.
There's also Trigon Predator, which is no slouch.
Yeah, but I'm playing
There
Elf.
are a lot of artifacts and enchantments. Kozilek.
That is what I'm slamming. Yeah, there's not anything that sweet in this pack. Ancient 2 is pretty good.
It's not good.
Oh man, it was gonna be horrible.
Yep.
And we have no land.
Nope.
So it's basically oath or lose.
Third pack will fix it.
I'm sure. I guess we do have mana drain.
Yep. As of right now, I'm not really playing these. I can throw them back in if I need it. I'm not playing this.
Well, that was gross.
You mean?
The ear thing, it popped. Gross.
Delicious.
It's very gross. Reddit would have improved greatly.
Well, you had like an infected.
I have a cyst on the back of my ear,
Ah.
and like it popped once, and all this hard, nasty stuff came out of it. This time it was all blood and ooze.
Ooh, good.
So
Eureka!
now it's got
Yep.
this weird
Slamming it.
squishy thing,
A containment
That's-
priest, though,
just hollow skin.
shuts down both our cheats.
Wait, Containment Priest shuts down
Cody,
Eureka?
will you help me take
Doesn't
some of
it?
this
I
garbage
don't think
out?
so.
That's whenever
Yeah,
a creature
give me a
would
second.
come. You're not playing it, you're putting it into play from your hand.
I thought it was just from your library or from your graveyard.
No, it's whenever a creature is coming into play with not being cast from your hand. I'm pretty sure. Remove it instead. Or this is what that's the impression that I was under.
Community rating is 5 out of 5.
Would enter the battlefield and it wasn't cast. Yep.
Oh jeez.
Yeah, I know.
That's pretty ridiculous.
Just Rexos. What the fuck is this?
I'm taking it. I'm
What
all.
the fuck kind of world do we live in when fucking Gristlebrand wheels?
I got a 13th pick Yawgmoth Will. Pack one, pick one.
Youngest Road really only goes in one deck.
That's not true.
It's only really good in one deck. That's way more acceptable than a wheeling Gristlebrand. Whoa.
Or Massacre Worm. It's a reasonable sideboard card against decks with lots of small creatures.
You need more ways to get these creatures into play. You
We're
don't
just
want a
gonna
bunch of
put 'em in.
cards that if you draw you just straight up can't cast and can't do anything about it.
Yeah,
You should have taken that fucking herb quirk.
probably.
Like, yeah. Definitely should have taken that herb quirk.
Because that is a way to cast Grizzlebrand.
Sure enough. Oh yeah, Gilded Lotus, I think.
I think so. Sucks, because I kind of want that Ulamog. But I've got a bunch of fatties.
Yeah, you have a shit ton of fatties and no way to cast them. That's what Gilded Lotus does. Cast fatties. Except for Gristlebrand.
Say, the Emrakul didn't wheel earlier, so I don't have high hopes for Ulamog. I don't know, maybe Impulse or Jace fills then, though.
Or Warpool. We have
No
no artifacts.
I know, that was Time Vault.
Time Vault, just hope to get there.
Awakening Zone is,
That might wheel.
yeah. I'm trying to think, we already saw Tezzeret.
Yeah, but there's Ralzeric and Volteki.
And there's the green-blue tap on top target permanent guy. Although I probably don't want to play that. Kiyora's follower.
Oh, I'm tapping on the turn. He's in this queue?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a graded Sphinx.
That might be the pick. That kind of rides the line of castable, but
Well,
worth
So
oathing.
powerful.
Yeah,
There's also
castable.
Yavimaya Coast.
I see that, but I think Consecrated Sphinx. My man is perfect.
Alright.
That's a lie.
It's not even close to true. Double blue, triple blue, double green, double green, double green, double green, double green, triple green. Quad black.
You know,
Ooh.
upheaval.
Eh?
I'm not
You
taking.
don't-
I'm not taking the upheaval.
No. I would take the Signet here.
This one.
Yeah. The one that actually has a color that we're playing, yes.
I was just saying, upheaval is pretty powerful. Not in this deck. Ooh.
You see
This
how
is
he-
definitely a deck for this guy. Is this a survival deck? Not really.
No. We don't have any.
Cheap creatures.
We don't have any ways to get creatures back either.
Put this on here? I don't remember that.
Take the Signet. Or the disc.
Actually, this could be a disc deck. I don't really like the double off color of Signet that much.
I mean, your Ramps is in the Gilded Lotus.
I like the disc.
It's virtually lagless.
And it's really lightweight.
Probably not playing it, but
I mean, it's super light.
Could just eat on recurring mana. Do we have any black fixing?
no.
So Luna showed me some
Take that
really
Imperial Seal off we did.
Hopefully I'll be able to master it, but really she
Time Vault's
said
not
she's
getting in
learning
there.
how to read.
Not at the moment. Oh, we already 8 cards deep in this pack.
Seven. This is the 8th. Just makes me sad to see Yagmo Spark in there. Oh yeah, that was the 14th pick after the 13th pick Yaglo, by the way.
That's another card that's shines and storms and it's kind of meh everywhere else. Ew. All the Eldrazi, no way to get them into play. Whee!
You have little faith.
Our Eureka's gonna get dazed.
And then I'm gonna regrowth it and cast it again.
Get force spiked.
How's it gonna get force spiked?
Because you played the regrowth and Eureka on the same turn. Duh.
Okay, I feel like I'm not E-Witness.
What?
Really don't want to oath into it.
Sure you do. You get back one of the things that you oathed away. Plus, to command E-Witness.
And that is pretty sweet.
Signet.
Probably not playing that one now.
At this point, I probably would.
Mm.
We have 2 Eldrazi's.
God damn it. I
That's
refuse to
kinda
be
survival
on that
for this.
screen.
This deck was perfect.
Right. Perfect. Perfect bad.
Easy 3-0.
Play the E-Witness.
Let's see. How does that affect my odds of hitting a fatty? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 1 out of 8. I'm playing the E-Witness. I don't know. Let's see. What are the cuts then? This is 25. So I need to cut like 2 cards here.
Gristlebrand.
And he's the one I can't cast. Ever. Even
I
with
mean,
Gilded Lotus.
fair, you're probably not casting. What's the moment? What?
Regrow's not that great. Neither is a Citron Witness, to be fair.
Little circle dots. I figured that's all we would have, but we never use them. Where are they?
I'm cutting you, Witness. I love you, Witness. What if I'm gonna work on getting an Oath of Druids out?
How are you doing that?
Drawing.
Just raw dogging it.
Yes.
In all the games that you don't raw dog it, E-Witness is just gonna be better.
Then what?
The off-color Signet.
The Boros Signet? That's fair. I'll buy it.
Did you just let Moto suggest lands? Or did you actually look at it?
I looked. It was just 8 forests and 7 islands. It looked about right.
That Cryptic Commando and those 2/2 drop counterspells though.
Yeah.
I would play
One more.
an island over us. Even with the Mock Sapphire, I would play an island over a forest.
I can see that.
Plus you have 2 green Signets.
That's fair. My motto is to work out.
I think I got the core, which is good. That's really jelly.
This deck looks great. Aaron's neat.
As he should. This blue-green deck doesn't have time walk in it, so.
I know. I was real optimistic for that time walk.
You know, if you
Is
have
Time
advanced,
Warp in the power?
Or like we didn't see any of the Garrics.
We have a Garrick in our
okay.
deck.
Any of the good Garrics.
That's the best Garrick for this deck.
Well, yeah, and maybe the 4-mana one. The 4-mana Garrick is my favorite Garrick, I think. I think it's just the most powerful in general. The 5 mana one, I guess, is probably slightly more powerful, but I usually prefer to have the 4 mana one.
Depends on what you want to do.
It's true. The 5 mana one is better value. The 4 mana one, pretty fucking hardcore ramp.
There's only one soul land in this cube, right? Agent Doom?
I think so.
I guess there's Academy and Cradle.
Yeah. Those are pretty good.
Well, only if you have the things to go with them. We passed Academy.
We did. I think that's the second time I passed Academy. I've had Academy in a lot of my decks so far. Did you see the photo I posted onto Facebook
Probably.
of the upheaval? It was turn 4. I had Academy, another land, a Kiora, and a mere Battlesphere, and a bunch of artifacts in play to his straight nothing.
Yeah.
Upheaval's a hell of a card.
Yeah, this deck loses to it.
Hmm?
So, yeah, this deck loses to it.
Yes, that is true.
Thank you for putting a good monitor on my list for me.
It's fine. I'm just gonna
'Cause I really
turn one
oh,
Oath
yeah,
of
there was
Druids
a
every
monitor
game.
on the list. It was on your list.
That's super realistic, buddy.
Thank you.
What's the saying? Can do, will do. I'm sure General Custer said that.
Oh, you got Tooth and Nail too.
Yeah.
So you had Eureka and Tooth and Nail.
And Oath of Druids.
And Oath of Druids.
And Mana Drain.
You gonna lose.
Well, we got Garrick for some of his studies.
Progenitus would have ended up pretty good in this deck. Usually it's not what I want. Like, but in this deck that's not planning on casting any of its fatties anyways.
Right.
You bastard.
Usually when I'm in this deck I end up with all of the green ramp creatures and not Oath of Druids. I think that deck's probably a little better, but this one's way more explosive.
Not really explosive, only if you draw Oath. And they play a creature.
Always.
Just gonna run into Storm, Blue Control, and Blue-White Control.
Storm, blue-white control, and what?
I don't know. Oh, is this a Swiss?
No, this is not a Swiss.
Well then, only one of them.
I was about to say, he's like, you're gonna run into all of these things, so it's like, you're gonna say I'm gonna beat all of these things?
Counter spells just wreck this deck.
You got counters.
Yeah. So we just have to wait until we have 1 billion plus 2 mana.
Yeah. You're already waiting for 1 billion. Wait for 1 billion plus 2.
I'm getting there.
Don't let me have it on the other display.
Hashtag getting there.
Hashtag shut the fuck up.
Hashtag winning.
Hashtag FML.
Hashtag Joe laugh.
Hashtag cackle. What was the thing we made up that one time?
Oh,
Hashtag Yammer Jam.
Yammer Jammers. We were yamming and jamming.
bet we're never going to cheat a fatty into play, and we're just going to win every game just by casting them hard off of like off of a bunch of lands.
Beat down with Eternal Witness, Cryptic Command.
Thing of a dream.
The real way to win with this deck is to kill your opponent by milling them with Oath of Druids. Turn 1 mana elf, and then also turn 1 oath.
This is a hand.
Yeah.
This could be a very early
Could be
Karn.
a very early Karn. Could also like beat mono red, 1-drop, 2-drop, kill you. Combat state.
Oh god. It is the red deck.
It might not be the red deck. It could just be a fuck.
Good news.
Doubt that.
Well,
Doubt we're getting an early Karn. We're probably gonna mana drain a 1 mana spell. To be no, never mind. Oh, red green. Red green burn.
red green goblin guy.
Drew that. Either that or it's just really bad.
I mean, he did just lightning bolt us on turn 1 for no real good reason. Cryptic Command, eh?
Excellent.
It's actually a card here.
No, it's not. We only got double blue. Remember how bad our mana is?
It's perfect.
Perfectly bad.
Level up, bitches. Can't fuck with this.
Okay, kind of that.
So we need to get bigger.
I know.
Oolong. Excellent.
Excellent.
So we're not casting a spell this game, huh? Nice deck.
GG's.
Cast a 4-drop here. Fucking Hellrider.
I don't know if Hellrider's in this cube.
Oh shit.
Value.
Value Rider.
What are you
Burn
hitting?
spell, please.
Something bad.
What is it?
Lightning
Hey, it's a
strike.
burn spell.
Woodfall Primus.
Seriously, nice fatties. Blue. Nice hand.
Total converted mana cost of my hand.
Oh, there goes Karn.
26 mana.
A little land.
Yeah, I haven't gotten a free land off Goblin Guide yet. I hope it's going at me. That means I'm probably dead.
Probably going. Oh, yeah, you're dead.
Awakening Zone, That doesn't-
Awesome. There's nothing.
Not a whole lot.
The rest of our deck.
Oh, shush.
Yeah, you big silly.
Excuse me, the rest of your deck.
Take no credit for this.
Are you gonna burn me out? With those 2 cards in your hand? Yeah. Oh.
He hits Karn with that.
But so I can't remove the Goblin Guide.
Should have just attacked Karn.
Karn, yeah.
Probably just land.
Yeah.
I probably would. No, I would have played it if it was a land.
Hypnotic Spectre. What?
What the fuck is
That's
going
out of the
on?
fucking blue. Alright.
What in the fuck is going on?
I might actually have a shot here then.
Obviously, top tank 3 damage burn spell.
I feel a lot better about it if I'd drawn a land at any point this game. Oh, well.
What was the attack? I'm assuming you.
Yeah.
Why don't you ever auto yield to things? Finally got a land. So it's not blue though.
Do I just let him...
Kill you?
No, kill the Karn.
You're attacking Karn?
Yeah.
What the fuck? What's wrong with this guy? Yeah, I think you do.
And let's see, that's basically trading my E-Witness for his Goblin Guide versus just having the E-Witness in
What are
play.
you talking about? His Goblin Guide's a 3/3.
No, I know, but then I kill it with Karn. I might.
Yeah, but
say.
you can do that next turn.
Not if he hits.
Not on your next turn, the turn after that. Even if he hits it again, it goes up by 1 again.
Fair enough.
And you can play Awakening Zone and Mana Drain next turn.
That's true.
And plus Karn on yourself, getting rid of this 11-drop Eldrazi. And then you can start chumping with Awakening Zone tokens.
Yeah, no.
And then restart the game with 2 Eldrazi in play.
I think my opponent screwed up somewhere along the line here.
I think your opponent screwed up a lot of places.
Ooh, that's pretty good too.
Alright, I was able to switch them. Man, that is way better. Way better.
I think you might just win this game now.
No, I know.
Since he attacked Karn last turn.
It's getting mana drained.
You can even cast Kozilek next turn. I don't know if that's necessarily right, but you can.
I think I like regrowthing my mana drain a little better. We'll see what I draw.
Yeah. Now does he attack you?
Now does he attack me? Yeah, it's like, I'd probably just let him hit the Karn.
Again, yeah, definitely.
Nah, this is coming at
Attacking
me. Eureka, eh? That's pretty good.
Guess there's no accounting for the skill level of your opponents.
You smart gear.
What you doing? Get out of here.
You smart.
Go on, get out of here. I'm gonna chase you out of here. Auto yield. And always yes. So you can Eureka and regrowth your mana drain and leave it up.
Yeah, I think that's probably the play. And then
+4 on him.
I think so.
Yeah, it's not until you
Yeah.
resolve the spell. Hit him.
Mountain, yeah, because the hierarch tabs for.
Or hit the hierarch. Oh wait, no, it's non-creature.
Non-creature.
Duh. This is not. What's its nuts? Angel or Ashen Rider?
Actually, I could have regrowth to the E-Witness.
No, you couldn't.
Yeah, and then,
Well, instead of playing Eureka.
no, regrowth the E-Witness and Eureka to get back mana drain.
Oh, fair enough. Yeah, that's true.
It probably won't matter, but
No, I don't. He's. Yeah.
he seems pretty dead. He'd have to have a series of very unfortunate draws for me.
Well, and they'd have to be 2 3-man or 3 damage burn spells.
Basically. That's
Got
fine.
resolved.
Paired with Goblin Guide, eh?
Double hasty goblin guide. What?
My opponent's so good at this.
Your opponent is very, very fucking bad. I guess his only way to win in this game now is for you to click through your blocker stuff.
Yeah.
What was revealed? I guess
Garrett.
Find out.
Oh, he didn't let me attack with Kozilek.
And then exile one of his 2 remaining permanents. Fine.
Alright, Grizzlebrand seems like a really sweet one to cheat into play.
You only have 2 ways to do it, and one of the ways you don't get to choose what happens.
But I hit, yeah.
You have absolutely no way to cast it.
I like those odds.
You do. Oh yeah, what about the disc?
That's what I was thinking.
He is red-green though. We didn't show him any artifacts though. We showed him the Awakening Zone, I guess.
What do we cut for?
He's
then?
red-green. with a Hypnotic Spectre.
yeah, I'd kind of forgotten about that.
Noble Hierarch.
God, the Hypnotic Spectre just throws me off.
Whipple Primus.
And that's one of the green guys to make Garrick.
Ulamog.
Ulamog, I can see. I don't really need this second Eldrazi. Sounds sweet.
How about that? Keep.
Probably just dead.
Before you cast. Super spell. Hey, what the fuck? Where'd that come from?
I don't know.
What'd you do? Why didn't you lead with Island? With Mana Drain and Counterspell on your deck?
Because I'm bad.
You fucking moron. You got a double marine spell you're gonna cast on turn 2? Nope. Punished!
Yeah, I was casting this anyways.
I don't think so. Not if you had 2 blue in play, you'd definitely leave the Mana Drain up.
I guess that would have let me cast Garrick if I countered a 3-drop.
Hopefully it's just got all double black spells in hand.
Oh man. Oh. I feel pretty good about my odds this game.
Yeah. Played anything? Seems good, dog. What?
It's
What
frozen.
do you think about?
I don't think I want to cast Eureka here.
Oh, I don't think so. I think your opponent sideboarded into the all fatty plan to counteract your Eureka.
Hell yeah.
Don't lie.
The lag.
You
The
know how we
lag
do.
is real. Can't cast Compulsive and hold up Mana Drain.
No, I mean, you could have cast Compulsive and looked for another island,
Yeah.
but you already played a forest. But I don't think that's good anyway. He doesn't have any pressure on you. You don't have to look for anything.
Yeah.
That resolution round.
Alright. Cast a 5-drop. I'm gonna let that resolve.
So what are we gonna do? You have it like on your desktop, or on
He doesn't even use it on his turn.
you need it off, that thingy, and then
Nah,
Oh.
I'm just gonna sit here. I feel like Mana Drained Karn is a pretty good plan here. If he makes me sit here for a while longer, and I draw another land, I can just Eureka into Garrick, Terastodon, and Karn.
Yeah, I know what the card does.
Seems pretty good.
Yeah, now that you do the Karn, once you draw one more land, I would cast Eureka.
Yeah, that's the plan.
Because then you can Eureka, or I mean, you can Karn his biggest threat.
And Mana Drain his backup.
Well, a removal spell or something, you can't Mana Drain permanents that he's putting into play with Eureka.
I will happily let you Magma Jet me. Magma Jet Scry with Scroll Rack is almost a combo. But you put one card on
It's
top
a
of the
combo.
library.
Put one of them back?
Yeah. I'm gonna counter that.
Yeah. Ooh, Zamaru.
Searing Spear me.
In response. Gotta do it in response.
Yeah, this is game over here. I'm pretty sure he has 2 cards in hand.
One is better than none, right?
If I draw a Forest or a Gruul Signet, I can Garrick into Eureka, which seems pretty good. No, it needed to be an actual forest. I still might just Garrick here.
Signet and Garrick, right?
Like a compulsive also into Garrick. Or Eureka, depending on what I hit. Actually, I think I like that the best. Yeah.
It's only got 2 cards in hand, so I mean, even if they're both huge things, you get to Karn one of them.
Yeah.
And then Traston's probably bigger. And she get counterspell back up.
Yeah. Discard what? Oath and Signet?
Because the stupid Signet. Oh no, yes you do.
Yeah, discard the Oath and the Signet.
Oath and the well, no, don't you need the Signet to? Oh no, you don't. Never mind. Island, Eureka for the rest of your hand. Use Signet and Forest.
Can't.
Well,
Then
cancel. You have 2 colorless floating.
Oh, fair enough.
Put Karn last.
Awesome. Am I just killing my own stuff here? Making a bunch of 3/3s?
Probably. He doesn't have any cards in hand, so Stroll Rack doesn't do much. I think you're exiling that hippie.
Yeah.
Actually, well, I mean,
And I've got a counter spell.
+1.
I'm gonna, yeah,
First.
plus the Garrick.
Yeah.
Somebody's in your chat. Called you fuckers.
What's up, fuckers? I don't know who that is.
Wait. Hypnotic Spectre?
Yeah!
He hasn't played a Black Source either game.
Yeah.
Last game he removed it
To Karn.
To Karn.
In this game we
+4
exiled it with Karn.
Alright.
Not quite sure what's going on there.
He just forgot it in his deck.
Either he accidentally put it in there, or and forgot to take it out
Didn't
in
he have a chance to
sideboarding.
oh, yeah.
And forgot to take it out during sideboarding.
Yeah, because
Or
it showed up both games.
he just got mana screwed and is actually playing 3 colors. But that was the only black card we saw.
That was the only black card we saw. We saw all forests and mountains. Basic forests and mountains.
Yeah,
Jeez.
and a noble hierarch, but I mean, you
Yeah.
play that. Green,
It's a
city,
good
green
deck.
anything deck anyway. And our opponent was really bad.
Yeah.
Really
bad.
Said, what's up, fucker?
The turn 1 lightning bolt. I mean, it's usually pretty easy to tell when they turn one lightning bolt you on the play. Not like even at the end of turn or anything. Just
Real bad.
Real fucking high.
Fuck you.
I just fucking died in the game I was playing. I got all the way up to level 19. That's fucking bullshit, dude. I was decked out.
We have a random eternal dragon over there.
They're gold bordered. It's full of them.
Oh, championship deck?
Yeah.
Why?
Well, they're not from one of mine. I ordered them and they were gold bordered. Yeah, that was back in the day. I just randomly found them the other day. Jason just gave me all those books. He was like, these were in my son's room? Which is actually his wife's
I
son.
don't know who Jason is.
He used to be my neighbor and my coworker. But then he moved. And also changed positions. And he played D&D back in the Dizzy. Ooh, puppy. Senor Papito. Little Papito. You are a puppy.
Ay, Dios mío.
Hola, mijo.
What is touching my back?
You know.
Your gun is digging into my hip.
Why is it? Why is it thumping? Whack, 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 whack.
Oh no, papitos. ¿Por qué? No, ¿por qué? Wait.
it's like, oh, the opponent's stuck with double black spells in the hand.
This one.
Narp.
Kumbaya.
Mother of God.
Mother of pearl.
It's a very productive stream right now.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I really do seem to get all the best opponents.
That poor one guy. How rude.
Oh, there's someone in there now.
Yeah.
There it is.
Those poor bastards.
Like that guy wasn't that guy was not as bad of a player as the Man of War my own guy twice guy.
I don't know. Pretty close. Who was in the old chatification?
Bill Nye, the science
Nobody
guy.
That one's supposed to
Nobody.
know.
It's that last guy.
Because he had a name. His name is Robert Paulson.
His name was Robert Paulson.
What's up, fuckers?
And he left.
How was the end of that guy?
Yep. Ah.
Are you looking to smash your opponents at the next standard event, poison your foes in Pauper, or empty library?
Trying a slightly new brew here. This is a Thoughtcast-based deck, which does not have Tezzerets, actually, just has all Thoughtcasters racing to try to assemble Time Vault with Multi Key, which I have 2 keys, actually, to enable those Thoughtcasts, and 4 Seed of the Synod. So the card this deck wants to see less than any other card in the entire format is Null Rod. This deck cannot beat a Null Rod in any reasonable way once that comes out. But there haven't been a lot of Null Rods lately, so I want to try to see if this deck's sweet. It's got also some Treasure Cruises and Gataxian Probes, 9 counters with the 4 Forces, Misdirection, 3 Misstep, and a Flusterstorm, and then a bunch of normal broken stuff, plus the Signature Repeal, which I apparently put in every single deck. It's got some other combos besides just Key Vault. It's got Tinker to finish things out. You can get a Colossus. It's also got Sensei's Top Key is a combo because you can tap the top to draw a card. In response, untap it, tap it again. The net result is you end up with top in your hand and an extra card. So you draw a card off that whole process. Sideboard looks a lot like the sideboards I've been playing recently with Cage, Ingot Chewers, Red Blasts, Pyroclasm, Notion Thief, just all the cards I like, a duress against control decks. And in a daily event, let's just see how this goes. Alright, I'm on the draw here, and this hand is quite good. It's got double misstep, Force of Will, Disruption, and it's going to have Thoughtcast at hopefully not too expensive of a rate once I get these artifacts to play. Basically, I need to draw either a 3rd land to cast it for 3, or a Seed of the Synod to cast it for 2. Alright, Scalding Tarn, the most common fetch land in Vintage right now. Mox Ruby. Ooh, could this be an Oath of Druids? If it is an Oath of Druids, I'm probably going to force it to a fast one. Well, I'm definitely going to mental misstep fast one. Hopefully, best case scenario, my opponent casts Force of Will, leaving Gush land in their hand, and I get to mental misstep again. But that works out pretty well for me. Mental misstep is a really nice card once it works. Well, there's a Black Lotus. Alright, sure. Alright, Black Lotus and go. Ooh, Mana Crypt. That actually opens up some interesting possibilities. Alright, time for Scalding Tarn. I guess against this I'll get Underground Sea. Take a look real quick. Definitely getting a basic. I have, I just stack Phaeton as red cards in the main deck, so Underground Sea, Mana Crypt, Mox, and my plan is to cast Thoughtcast on turn 1. Even though I end up in a position where I'm going to take a little bit of damage off Mana Crypt, I think that's fine. Mana Vault, and Thoughtcast. Damn. It's like my own Treasure Cruise. Gataxian Probe. Could cast Probe here. What's that going to tell me? I guess I can afford the life. It lets me know how I should use this misstep / force of will a little better. So I think that's probably. Seems unlikely that my opponent would have mental misstep in hand, given that they did not fight over Fast Bond. But they could easily have, Force of Will or Treasure Cruise in hand, dig through time, and the mental misstep. They just did not want to fight. All right. Now I know. And I'll probably pitch the mental misstep to cast Force of Will on Dig Through Time, if that's what my opponent goes for. Because they have enough mana, they can sack Lotus and cast... Ooh, I could counter it. Nah. I'll let my opponent see the Force of Will. If they... I don't really want to give up on the Gataxian Probe, because I have so much card draw in this deck that... So basically what this means... What I meant by give up on Gataxian Probe is I could have mental misstepped their Probe, and then when they cast Dig Through Time, I would force pitching Gataxian Probe. But I would rather us both draw a card. I think that's slightly better for me, since I have tons of card draw in my deck, and I have a lot of mana, especially since if my opponent wants to cast Dig Through Time, they've got to crack that Lotus there. And now they know that I can counter it, so that might have them hold off on doing so. We'll see. And I've got a Mana Crypt out, so I'm not, super happy if the game goes long here, but I could just draw like a Treasure Cruise or something, and that would be sweet. Alright, well, let's go ahead and not pay for a Mana Vault that's already untapped. And I'm going to go ahead and guess Tails. Tails never fails, except for right then, or it did fail, badly. Another Gataxian Probe, or another Force of Will. Alright, now I'm just going to play a land. Even though I've got a Mana Crypt out, I don't really want to rush things here because I can now hardcast Force of Will, so I can wait a turn or two. Basically, if I draw a land, a blue source, I can hardcast the Taxing Probe, and if I draw a spell, I can just cast that and tap out for Force of Will. So, all right, this time I'm gonna try Tails and lose again. Stupid Tails. All right, Lotus Petal. Well, that's enough for me. Certainly not paying the life here because life is becoming a resource. Dig through time, Flusterstorm, Forceful Mentalist. If my opponent's drawn 3 counterspells in a row, that's not good for me. Land. Oh, I'm going to cast Thoughtcast here, getting a Volcanic Island. I'm at 8 now. And if my opponent Flusterstorms it, I can pay. If my opponent Force of Wills it, that's fine. Mental Misstep's not a huge deal either. But given that my opponent's sitting on all counters, I feel like I shouldn't just sit here and do nothing. Opponent can also hardcast Force of Will, and then end up with 5 cards in their graveyard, untap and cast Lotus. Alright, looks like Thoughtcast is happening. Ooh, there's Seed of the Synod. Now I'll just pass because I can hardcast Force and pitch Force. Alright, shipping it back to the opponent. Looks like my opponent is going to go for Dig Through Time with Flusterstorm backup. I am probably going to hardcast Force of Will. Let's see here. I can hardcast Force, and my opponent cast Flusterstorm. Yeah, I think hardcasting Force is good value regardless of whether I end up winning this fight. Because I end up losing this fight. My opponent can Flusterstorm here, and I can't pay for all the copies, and then my opponent has Mental Misstep and Force of Will, which I can trade my Mental Misstep plus Force of Will for my opponent's Mental Misstep plus Force of Will, but I don't think that's where I want to be. Let's not pay for the Flusterstorm. And I'll just go ahead and let my opponent dig. Just straight up trading here just doesn't make any sense to me. I think I'd rather just wait. Let's see what my opponent does here. Alright, opponent grabbed some cards. Played a land. This opponent has 2 unknowns. Presumably did not draw Volcanic Island off that dig, unless that dig was really bad. Mental Misstep, Force of Will. The good thing is if my opponent has a threat, it doesn't matter that much because my own mana crypt's killing me fast enough that I need to find an answer to it. So, be like a young pyromancer or something. It doesn't bother me an incredible amount. Yeah, that's fine. Because I need to start going off here. Tails never fails. Oh, that time it didn't somehow. Alright. Draw Dak Faden. Interesting. Let's cast Dak Faden. Go up to +4. And casting Dak Faden I think is a little more efficient than casting Attacks and Probe. My opponent's going to Force of Will. Sure. Pitching the Mental Misstep. Alright. And I'm going to Attacks and Probe my opponent. Yawgmoth's Will. Doesn't do a whole lot. Twin Academy, right? That's pretty good. Now it just means if I draw a way to do, something, anything. Like if I draw a Treasure Cruise, I'm off the races. Or a Yawgmoth's Will, I'll just win the game. And I can hardcast Force of Will here, so. Or I can hardcast Mental Misstep, because my opponent can. If I hardcast Mental Misstep, my opponent can then cast Yawgwill, replay Lotus. Second,
You can also just
Ponder
hardcast
with
Force of Will.
Floating. Alright, that's fine. That does not bother me. Emptying my mana pool. Getting me down to 5 here. And I guess casting Yawgwill is fine for my opponent just because it does put lethal on the board with the Pyromancer. So again, I think I was going to get close enough there from the mana crypt that I don't care about fighting over the Pyromancer itself. And This Yawgmoth's Will, unless it hits Time Walk, is just not that likely to get anywhere that really matters. There's no way my opponent can cast Dig Through Time.
Free spell.
Casting a Ponder here is not a huge threat. So maybe I don't fight there. Maybe I just let the Ponder happen and then have Force of Will up. Whatever it is my opponent does. Either way, I need to peel something on my turn. And luckily the Mana Crypt flip doesn't matter in this case, though. If I draw, say, some way to assemble the Vault Key combo, that would be pretty funny. Given that I, then potentially die to my own Mana Crypt, even though I have infinite turns. Which I have seen happen. I've seen people go infinite and still lose. Alright, let me take a look at my graveyard here.
Playing Tinker, right?
Yeah, Yawgmoth's Will I assume would be enough. Same with, Treasure Cruise might not be enough, because obviously it's just 3 cards. Yawgmoth's Will
not enough, though.
Well, not by itself. You have
I guess
Treasure Cruise.
infinite cards just about. Not infinite,
Well,
but
yeah, a piece.
7 or 8 cards, if not more.
Draw spell into draw
Depending on how much
spell.
mana I want to end up spending. So, opponent didn't do anything and has 1 card in hand, so it's unlikely to be able to stop me from doing anything. So I just need to draw a good spell. Yeah, sounds pretty easy to me. I lost the flip and come on, top deck.
2 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, my opponent's really making me wait on this. Brutal. Seat of the sign up. Also brutal. Alright. I am dead. And Time Vault would not have done it. Alright, I would in fact like to play first. And man, this Kansas Seat of the Sign Out away from being amazing, but as is, does not do anything. I like this hand though. This hand's quite good. Yeah, I can do some work with this hand. So my plan here is, I guess I'm just gonna go Emerald Sensei's Divining Top, see if it resolves. If it does resolve, I might just play a land and pass, because then I don't really want to crack Scalding Tarn until I've started to use the top to its fullest potential here. If it gets misstepped, it's unfortunate, but I'm gonna have to take a Time Walk here, because now I can Time Walk and then DT and probably Ancestral. Let's get a Volcanic here. I mean, my hand is pretty solid here, but mulliganing and then getting misstepped doesn't put you in the best of spots to start the game. Alright, yeah, Volcanic Island, considering the fact that I have a Mox Jet there. Alright, Time Walk. Come on, action. Lotus Petal. Not enough to make me get anything but Ancestral here. If it was like a Tolarian Academy, I might just get Tinker and just go for it, but here I've just got to hope that my opponent does not have another Mental Misstep, or a Force of Will, or a Misdirection. Probably is going to misdirect this, is my guess. If my opponent's misdirecting this, I'm just going to concede. I don't. That will break my spirit. If my opponent Force of Will this, Force of Wills this, I will play on, because the game isn't over. Technically, the game's not over if it gets misdirected, but I'm not sticking around to find out, to verify that fact. All right, there we go. I'll play the seat so I can have Flusterstorm up. No, I don't hate my position. Brainstorm is a nice card. Flusterstorm is decent. I've got a lot more mana than my opponent.
Just pause it. Yep.
Got a nice little graveyard there for either Treasure Cruise or Yawgmoth's Will, whichever comes first.
Going to a different screen first. That makes sense.
I was waiting for my opponent to get here. I think this is a mulligan.
Oh yeah. Anybody watching?
No.
I blame you. Might be.
You get too boring motherfuckers.
You're the third boring motherfucker.
This is a little better.
Man.
Oath off the top would have been sick. Do I play the Sapphire here, or just...
Yes, I would. It makes him think about what he's gonna play.
Yeah.
Play out a bait spell rather than his bomb spell. I mean, if he's even playing a 2-mana spell. Another green blue deck. Try that.
Very well may. Oh, hey, you're Destro. doesn't show you. Oh, I guess it does. Hi, we love you.
He loves you. I'm indifferent. Boom. Not even leveling up another time. It's getting in there.
Island or forest? Okay. Propulsive.
Days. Do it, Doug. Press OK.
Depending on what he does, can you witness something back next turn?
He said he's liking the stream already.
Let's see. What's the play? Probably rule signet. Pass.
Even this doesn't really do anything.
It doesn't. That's just.
We'll do better things later.
Dark.
That one was for you.
Classy motherfucker.
The channel of burps. 4 viewers. Oh, back down to 3. We hate you, viewer that left.
Oh yeah, give it up for your Destro. What up? Pop, 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 pop.
Pop pop.
Destro hype.
Trigon Predator.
Well, that's getting treachery.
Yeah, it is.
Unfortunately, we can't treachery into.
Anything sweet?
Yeah, we can. Right? No, we can't.
Oh, yeah, no, we can. We can treachery into Gilded Lotus.
Yeah, we can.
Or Gilded Lotus into treachery.
No, that one doesn't work.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Ooh. Or treachery into Tamio.
Got 3 cards on hand.
I'm pretty sure it's the Trigon Predator still.
Tap your mana first.
Yeah.
Tap all your lands.
Yeah.
Do I stay here and watch Magic, or go waste more money in online poker? Decisions.
Why not both? .jpg.
Why not both?
All of the above. Is that better than
Gilded Lotus into what?
just Gilded Lotus? I mean,
That guarantees
guarantees card next turn.
Yeah, I kind of like getting the Tamio down though, and tapping down this, forcing him to.
Tapping down that and not the monolith.
If I tap down the monolith, he can just tap it and then untap it.
Oh right, duh.
I mean, I could tap down the tree speaker.
Yeah. I mean, the Multiplier just gets blocked by the Predator anyway.
Yeah, but if he deals with the treachery somehow, I mean, I guess it still
then
doesn't
he hits
kill.
Tamio for 2, possibly 3.
Mm.
That still doesn't kill Tamio.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're worried about him killing the treachery or the Predator, then play the Lotus.
Drop the Tamio. Let's see. I mean, I could draw a couple cards. But
Then it will
then
definitely die.
Yeah, I mean, I could also tap down the tree speaker, but that doesn't seem like.
I'd tap down the Tree Speaker. rather than the Mole Drifter.
Fair enough.
8, 9, 10. I guess we do have.
I play
the 10
modern
mana.
sometimes.
I guess we do have the 10 mana Eldrazi.
Yeah.
He could have 8 mana if he plays a land.
Oh, Treachery. Treachery is a good card.
Yeah. Oh, I think I would have played Lotus. I guess he was tapped out of blue mana though, so. Fade all non-force counterspells, non-force and daze counterspells this way. But then that lets him have those for Karn.
Yeah.
Like you could
Tap down
You
an
could-
island.
Lotus into. I mean, if you played Lotus this turn, you could counterset E-Witness back though.
What do you do? Beast within
Within.
Treachery? I guess I could have also witnessed back Treachery.
Yeah, if you had played the Lotus.
And 1, 2, 3, 4. So I've got 6 mana here.
You can Signet, Lotus, E-Witness.
Yeah, getting back Treachery.
Treachery.
Tap down the Predator.
Yeah. Yeah.
Alternatively, I could minus the Tamino. That's only 2 cards though.
Well, it's not gonna die if you tap down the Predator.
No, I know. I'm just saying. But that could potentially let me actually,
If
I hit a land.
he taps the Tree Speaker for mana and attacks Tamio with Mole Drifter, you get 3 cards next turn.
That's fair. So Signet,
I guess we should have played our spell first.
probably.
So he did leave double blue up, which is kind of ominous. Oh, just
We got all the
resolved.
good. We got all the good counter spells.
Oh, we have 3 of the good counter spells.
Let's get back Treachery.
Yeah, he have sexed.
Yeah. And I
No
don't.
attacks.
Yeah. Did he just tap his monolith? Oh no, he already. Oh, well, I'm glad we got that E-Witness out there.
Oh, what? Oh, Scavenging is.
Opposition.
His opposition.
Oh well.
Well, we got Karn.
Yeah. as
Unless he
long- he taps down a bunch of mana
locks
this
down
turn.
mana. Well, but if he locks down mana, then we
Oh, he's probably just gonna kill the.
can Tamio. But then he's not locking down mana.
Yeah, he's just killing Tamio this turn.
That's fine.
Yeah,
Not
it's not ideal, but ooh.
I don't think we.
I mean, I think we have to treachery into Karn.
Karn. Yeah, treachery. Predator.
I think it's still the Predator. I think that's better than the Ooze or the Cobra.
Yeah. Oh, it's definitely better than the Cobra. It is Predator Ooze, but we have Ooze on lockdown.
Yeah, just tap like that. Oh, he has no cards on hand.
Yep.
Okay.
What did he say?
Such good blue-green packs. I
Also
picked my
pass your
cards.
deck, it seems. his islands.
I'm good.
He doesn't have. He's got 0 cards in hand
I know.
and nothing to do with the blue mana.
4, 5, 6.
We double blue up.
I know. And then I just remove the opposition. And then I guess if he suicides his squad and he can kill the Karn, but otherwise I could. No, I need to just.
Yeah, he needed to kill the opposition or he's gonna kill the Karn anyway.
Yeah. Well, he doesn't have enough power to kill it the next turn.
Not this turn, but it is definitely going to.
Yeah.
Hey, I just saw my Secret Santa in game with the gift they gave her.
There's no creatures in his yard, right?
No. Yeah, so if he attacks with everything, he gets
He
rid of.
loses his Skoos and his Tree Speaker.
Yeah, and this,
He's got no creatures, right?
yeah, he's got
Okay, so E-Witness on Skoos, Beast on Tree Speaker.
with the Lotus Cobra.
I think Tree Speaker's better, right?
Yeah, not by a
It,
lot.
only if the Lotus Cobra, if he has fetch land with the Lotus Cobra, does it produce more mana?
Yeah, well, it's not so much that. It's more the.
Only if he's like 3 colors.
It's more the fact that it's a 2/1 instead
Yeah.
of a 1.
I don't think that really matters against what we're doing here. Since the Planeswalker's dying anyway.
Yeah.
Do we have any Planeswalkers left?
No, we've just got a bunch of fatties. Alright, so...
Play the Sphinx first, make sure it resolves. Hold on. 1, 2, 3. Okay, never mind. Yeah, okay, we can pay for an X counterspell too. Should probably play a land anyway. Yeah, we already played Compulsive, we don't have any...
Yeah,
don't
it's
have
just leaving
Forbid.
a card in hand to...
Yeah.
But-
Oh, well, I mean, he
but-
can only do it for 4. And we would have 4 mana left, so... You right-click it. Sweet. Attack with the Predator.
Leave the beast back. Actually, I could probably just attack with both.
Could.
I don't really see much reason not to. That kills him a lot quicker.
Well, I mean, every turn the Sphinx stays in play, he gets further and further behind.
Yeah.
Yes, please.
Alright, thank you. Ooh.
Piece of candy.
That's a pretty good one.
I mean, it's just counterspell.
Concede.
Oh, yeah, he just straight scoops. I think attacking. I think you have to attack Tameo. It's pretty hard to beat the Tameo if it sticks around in play. Welcome to the jungle.
The Tameo draws us a bunch of cards if he doesn't kill it that turn.
Yeah, that's the other.
That's the reason why he attacked Tameo.
Kicked again.
Let's see.
He's got islands.
That's true. Inkle Leviathan does stuff. Let's see. I didn't see any reason to need.
He's got like bribery schemes 2 and 3.
Yeah. Let's see.
Disc is a way to get rid of opposition
That's true.
and all his creatures.
Opposition's a pain.
And we drew our only out to a resolved one, right?
Oh,
I guess Woodfall Primus and Terracodon.
Yeah.
But
our good
it's
7
those are kind of hard to cast
With-
if he has
with an active
opposition and
opposition,
creatures
yeah.
in play.
7 and 8 mana opposition answers. We'll just fade it.
Really? I would have brought it to
This hand.
but
Yeah.
No beer.
eh?
Is this mole worthy?
Ooh. I think so. It doesn't do anything. No, it does nothing.
Oh,
So this is much better.
This is much better. And eventually cast Kozilek without drawing any other cards.
Exactly. Like I said, it does something.
That's pretty good too. Alright, turn like this is 8 Kozilek. Let's go.
Boom.
Three swamps in the Grizzle Brizzle. I don't think we run any swamps if we're running Grizzlebrand.
He passed on a Urborg over absolutely nothing that we could have played and played Grizzlebrand.
That's true. I did do that.
Like a dumb.
Alright. Doesn't matter because I'm playing a Signet.
Yeah, I know, but it
Cryptic.
might make him think that the Sigma's more important than it is, and he might spend his turn like killing it with a Crow's Grip or something.
Fair enough.
Plus, he also doesn't know that we're not white or red.
That's true.
Shh! Don't tell him, Destro.
Edric. Oh, fuck my nuts.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, it is. This is a little bit of an uphill battle at this point.
Wish you had that disc now, don't ya?
A little bit.
You fool! I even stacked them wrong. We definitely want to draw the cards first.
The 3 swamps will hurt pretty
They
bad.
they will hurt really bad.
We are running Cryptic Command and Woodfall Primus in the same deck here with almost no fixing.
We have one Yavimaya Coast. Swamps would fuck us over so bad. The one Urborg, however, on its own being able to cast Grizzlebrand would have been fine.
That's true. Discarding Repeal.
Instead of these lands that he's drawing off Edric.
Yeah.
Thanks. Signet into zone. Ooh. Just drawing all the cards, though.
Oh yeah, no, I don't think we're winning this game.
You never know. He could just have a bunch of creatures.
That's
No
true.
action. I mean, still a bunch of creatures probably kills us, but
Yeah. Yeah, I think I'm boarding in the disc.
yeah, like you should have the last game. Or, I mean, this game.
Yeah, probably.
It's an aggro deck with a permanent that you can't beat, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
With the result.
Oh yeah, he's probably just gonna drop opposition this turn.
It would be good. Well, I mean, at least that he's tapping down things instead of drawing cards.
Yeah.
I'm fine with that. I think. I mean, because of the Awakening Zone, we're getting
Yeah.
mana every turn, no matter what. Oh, yeah, here. Oh, no. Invoking something?
Natural
Oh,
order.
shit.
Fucking Progenitus. No, no Crater Hoof.
GG.
Is that lethal? 9/17. Yep.
Maxi.
Well,
Disc wouldn't have done it. That
nope,
turn.
wouldn't have done anything.
Still bringing it in.
Yeah. Alright, no one else disc. Inferno Titan's kind of saucy, but
See what?
about as castable as Grizzlebrand.
Inferno Titan's easier to cast than Grizzlebrand.
Yeah,
You have a Gruul Signet. And a Steam Vent.
that's true. I'm still not terribly
And a Boros Signet in our
Yeah.
board as well. We could put in for the Sluthy Signet. Or actually, I mean, he's really fast. We might just want to board in that Signet anyway. Also, if we board in the Boros Signet, that gives us 2 white sources to board in that Pride Mage. And we have a Temple Garden. We should be boarding in that Pride Mage.
That's fair.
Not only is it an early creature to block his, but it's also kills opposition. That might be
And
better
this
than the
Arakar
discs.
Wastes.
And the Arakar Wastes.
So drop an island and a forest. What
Maybe
else?
that's better than the disc. The disc kills all those creatures too, but it also kills our mana sources.
Yeah. Still need to cut.
Tooth and Nail, Eldrazi, Tooth and Nail, I think.
I can see Tooth and Nail go. I need one more.
God damn it, don't kick me, I'm almost to the fucking breach, you asshole!
Other druids gets a little worse if we're adding the Pride Mage.
Meh.
Just 41.
One of the fatties. Garrick.
I can see Garrick. Let's go. Wonderful time to freeze, sir. Fuck. Go. Fuck.
Didn't get submitted, did it?
I clicked submit, I think it did.
The button wasn't shaded out. Oh, we got Temple Garden, so it did.
Keep this. It's not good. But we're on the play.
Still don't do anything until turn 4.
No, I know.
And even then, we're just playing Lotus. He's already got a Trigon out. We just literally do nothing.
Oh man. I do like some 4 and black border duels. The 4 and black border duels are kind of my favorite. Straight nothing. Oh, son of a bitch.
That's not what the Druids. See what? Skizzle do Wizzle.
You just aren't gonna ramp into anything with this mystic.
He's gonna miss the second land drop, attack for 1, pass. Do it! Damn it. Lightning bolt us.
Ruffle us. No, man, he only has only taps for 1 right now. Oh shit.
We're saying.
Repeal.
That's fine. We weren't doing anything this turn anyway. Play the
Doesn't matter.
island. No. Yeah, play the island.
Because I have cryptic. It doesn't really matter, I guess.
Well, I don't know, if he has like strip mine or something, he might strip mine the Temple Garden if you play another island. But if you played a force, he would definitely strip mine the island.
Mm-hmm.
Go Mana Crypt. You're our win con.
Right.
Boo, Mana Crypt.
Fuck you, Mana Crypt.
Attacking. Sweet. Don't play anything. Don't play anything. Have all double blue spells in hand. Sweet.
That's a pretty good one too.
Hopefully this Lotus resolves. Even if it doesn't, we have Sphinx and little Karn.
Yeah.
Maybe this will be the bait spell that gets a counter out of him. Hopefully not like a remand or something. Oh, yeah, he's just F6ing. Or he has no stops on his opponent's turns. Come on, Mana Crypt. Damn you! You failed us once again. Oh no, he drew double blue. Maybe he's just got all mana in hand.
What's the play here then? Is it?
I think it's Primus kill an island.
I think so too.
Also shuts down its offense.
Yeah.
And it leaves our offense on the board, aka Mana Crypt. There you go. What?
Oh, he's just all of the
All mana.
all the Mana Crypt flips.
What a jerk. That's a good one too.
I think this is.
Oh. Yeah.
And then we'll probably attack.
Yeah, definitely that. Gotta kill him before he draws something to do with all his mana.
Yeah.
Still 5 mana off Emrakul. Which is the only Eldrazi we don't have in our deck.
Yes, that is true.
But it was in this draft.
We also have the.
Oh man, actually, maybe we should have counted to see if Craterhoof kills us.
Nope.
No.
Apparently
Well, he'd
not.
had enough to do it.
Oh, yeah.
Would it have? 4, 5, 10, 16, 9 is 25, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 15. Okay, so yeah, we could survive it.
Alright. Got there.
Yeah.
This deck is
It's a good
perfect.
thing. It's a good thing. We're fucking, yeah, if our opponent is either bad or draws all his lands, all his mana creatures, and nothing else.
That was the plan. This deck is perfect.
Right. Also, we have to draw Gilded Lotus every game, and it has to resolve every game.
And slash or
And you-
treachery.
Huh?
And slash or treachery.
And what or treachery?
And slash or.
Oh, and slash ors. Yeah.
This deck's awesome. I mean, if we get to play
There
our.
was also something else in the pack with Gilded Lotus that you were considering taking.
It was something awesome.
And I like no third. Gotta take that Gilded Lotus.
Yeah, I mean, I like Gilded Lotus a lot. Like, it was definitely.
It's arguably the best card in our deck.
It's right up there. I think Oath of Druids, which we haven't drawn yet, might be the best card.
Maybe. We wouldn't know.
We wouldn't know. Alright.
Let's just
watch
pass. I
LSD
could
combo out.
cast Brainstorm, I'll just wait a
Talk
turn
to
or
your
two. There's
viewers.
no reason to do it
Jeez.
right now.
What a
My
jerk.
opponent's not doing much. I don't really want my opponent to just Pyroblast it and then you have to use Flusterstorm. And the Pyroblast, I guess Pyroblast is going to be good no matter what, but I'd much rather, like, say, Mental Misstep the Pyroblast than do anything else. Of course, my opponent's probably going to cast, like, a Null Rod or something and then get me. No, my opponent could cast, like, a Jace. If my opponent cast a Jace right here, I would not be happy. Solarian Academy. Okay, well, that changes my view. Let's play a Mox Ruby. So I played 1, 2. I'll have played 2 spells. I don't really want to, no. I'm just not going to play that. If I get Pyroblasted, I get Pyroblasted. I can't protect it with Flusterstorm here. And Mental Misstep's going to be tough too. Ooh. Alright, I like these things. I'm going to play Solarian Academy. And let's see, and this leaves me with enough mana, I assume, to... Oop. Oh, I over-tapped for... No real reason.
Could you
Well, this still leaves me
move
with
this
enough mana
tab
to play
over
Notion
onto
Thief
the
with Flusterstorm
screen so they
back,
can watch
so
too?
I guess it's fine.
Instead of just
That is
making
true.
them listen to it?
I just wanted to float a green really badly, just to throw my opponent off the scent here. And now I get to sit on... Notion Thief into Flusterstorm is a pretty sick play. Like, if my opponent goes for a Gush or anything like that, then I can just snap it off with the Notion Thief. Alright, my opponent casting Brainstorm? Oh yes. Oh yes,
We'll
this
figure
is
it
what
out.
we live for. Sorry, my friend. This is not going to turn out well for you. At least I hope not. I mean, I guess if my opponent has multiple counters, then that could be different. Well, if Brainstorm resolves with Notion Thief,
Aw.
alright,
Well, he's got the Flusterstorm,
Yeah.
I guess.
let's just go ahead and Flusterstorm that.
Now the brain.
I'm going to take the risk. I could Flusterstorm the Brainstorm, just in case
What?
my opponent does end up
Is
killing
that
the
right,
Notion
though?
Thief.
No.
But my opponent actually has to have... Oh yeah, my opponent can't even do anything. Oh, my opponent conceded in shame. Alright, yeah, because my opponent could have had Force of Will, but you can't force Flusterstorm, so that the bolt was not resolving.
How
Alright,
is
well, I
Notion
don't think I'm
Thief
going to
worth
steal
it,
another
though?
game of Notion Thief quite so
First
dramatically, but that was
draw
pretty awesome.
Per turn, though?
No, during your draw step.
Yeah, my opponent is having Lightning Bolt in their deck makes me want Notion Thief a little less, but it's only the one, and it's a sweet card, so...
The chat
I will
would
allow
also
it.
say when that
On the draw, do I want to do anything differently?
If you
Probably not.
scroll down to the bottom.
Let's do this thing. Alright, game 3. I like this hand too. Here's another little
We've
combo.
got more viewers
Mana
now that
Bolt
we're just
J.Kool.
watching ASV.
Go off. Put a mulligan to 6. And I'm the one with the Mental Misstep now. Cataxian Probe.
So you get
Sure.
recorded?
I generally do not think it's good to Mental Misstep Cataxian Probes. You're trading your card for what is essentially a random card, which is fine, but it's you can do better with Mental Misstep. It generally
This
does
is not
better
our
than a
video,
random
this
card.
is LSV's
It's a
video.
card they spent mana on
Yeah,
also.
but it's also
Not in the case of Cataxian Probe, but whatever, like if my opponent were to play a Preordain, I would be much happier Mental Misstepping that. And then the other thing is they get to see your hand, but I don't think that matters an incredible amount here. Yeah, my opponent sees that I have a Mental Misstep and a Force of
Fill it
Will and
back off
some
the tab.
thought casts.
I'm bored.
Let's say I had countered the probe and then I went to go play Mana Vault, my opponent Mental Misstepped it. I'd much rather have the Mental Misstep to misstep it back, because my opponent's going to misstep whatever they're going to misstep regardless. I'd rather trade my misstep for theirs than the other way around. Ooh, that's a good card for them not to know I have. Alright, so time to play these things. Let's get a Volcanic, I think. No. Actually, I have 3 black cards, 3 red cards, 4 black cards, 3 red cards. But otherwise the same. Yeah, actually I'm going to get Underground Sea. Play Mana Vault. So my opponent has Ancestral Recall. And my plan now is to play Key and then just untap.
I'm still
the
curious how
mana.
many black sources that guy had in his
So then
deck.
next turn I can start using the Mana Vault mana to cast Thought Casts. That puts me in a pretty good spot here.
I can't imagine you like
I've not
just
spent a lot of
accidentally play
opponent
Headlong
slots on mana
Inspector.
in this draw, and I've got a lot of
Did not
card draw and
accidentally
counter
lightning
spells, so
bolt you on turn
I had a pretty mana efficient
Yeah.
rate. I mean, I think this deck is pretty awesome when there's no null rods involved. I definitely have to fight over the mental misstep there, since without the mana vault, the key doesn't do anything. The thought cast costs millions, and it just doesn't work. Untap mana vault. And pass the turn. I hope my opponent doesn't have Ancient Grudge, but they would have put it in a turn if they did. Not that I can really beat that in this case. Alright, time to start casting thought casts, I believe. Ooh, Attacks Improve. I like starting with that for two reasons. One, I get to know what my opponent's doing. Second, I can, if I find a Seed of the Cyanide, I can cast many, many thought casts. Forcible Elemental Misstep Snapcaster. Alright. Let's cast Thought Cast. Leaving one floating.
Thanks for sticking with us, your Destro.
My opponent wants to force a will it, I will let them.
No, you're desperate.
And I guess I have millions of mental missteps. Alright, let's key to untap Mana Vault. Actually, let's just pass the turn. I could tap Mana Vault to play top, but it seems like a waste of mana, so this way my opponent doesn't get to use the Snapcaster efficiently either, or the mana for Snapcaster. Because if I played Sensei's Top, then my opponent's going to misstep it, I'm going to misstep, my opponent's going to Snapcaster, I'm going to let that resolve, then I'm going to misstep the second misstep. But instead I can just wait a turn, my opponent again doesn't get use of the mana. I guess I can lead with Duress here. Well, I lead with Duress.
And then you can't cast Thought Cast.
Regardless
No,
of
I mean,
missteps
you could-
trade.
well, you might
Question
be
is,
able
would
to.
I rather lead with Duress or
Depends on
Sensei's
what's the
Top? I
top.
guess I'd rather lead with Duress. I might not be able to cast Thought Cast this turn, but I think that is okay.
And, I
Or I
mean,
could actually just let
that-
mental misstep happen.
There's not a
that
real
actually
rush
seems to be better.
on casting
Just do that.
Thought Cast either.
Play a top. My opponent's going to play a Snapcaster, which I am going to let happen. My opponent's hand is Force of Will unknown right now.
Oh, I missed the probe.
Let's go ahead and mental misstep, the mental misstep. And now I've got options here. I guess I can spin top first just to see what's going on.
Click on
Or,
their match.
actually, what I could do is I could
The
tap.
1-1.
I mean, because my two options here are to use Mana Vault or
21
draw two
minutes,
cards off top.
7 minutes.
It's actually kind of close because
21 minutes.
I could just look at the top three with top and then untap, or I could tap top
Somebody might have
in
not shown
response,
up for a
untap it,
while
draw,
or
draw,
something, too.
end up with a top and playing an extra card. I actually kind of like that. So let's just do that. Draw a card. In response,
Could
untap
be
Sensei's Divine Top.
Katrias
And I'm just
or
going to leave the mana
whatever his
floating.
name is,
So I'd rather
nice
just be
control
for the
deck.
And the other one's an aggro deck.
Yeah, and
And replay top.
control deck stabilized.
And pass the turn.
slowly killed
Take a
bunch.
little bit of damage now. Though I guess I can untap Mana Vault
Two,
on
the aggro
upkeep
deck
if I really
went
want
first
to.
and did what aggro decks do.
Black Lotus. Alright, that allows my opponent to cast Force of Will.
Lotus.
But this isn't a Mana Crypt situation. I'm taking 2 off Snapcaster, but I can stop it by playing Notion Thief, and I'm taking 1 off Mana Vault, but I can just stop that at some point. Right.
He didn't
I don't
find
think
any
I untap Mana Vault.
lands
I think I
with
just take the 1.
Top, I didn't see.
I didn't see either.
Draw for my turn. I just would like to just draw a land. Seed of the Synod would be great. Talon Academy, of course, be the best card I could possibly draw. It's basically true in this deck, regardless.
That is one of the worst cards.
And now, actually, I think I just passed the turn. Yeah, maybe that last turn was not played the way I should have. I should have just untapped the Mana Vault. I guess. I mean, if I hit a land, it's much better to do it this way. So maybe it's fine to do it, but it did not work out great. All right, let's just untap Mana Vault here and just draw for my turn. To watch out to not get lightning bolted to death either. Let's not pay for Mana Vault. Let's just draw. Another Sensei's Divining Top. Alright. Let's just look at the top 3 here. I have enough mana to do most of the shenanigans I want. You see the sign of that I want more than I want Soaring. Alright, do I want to untap top? I actually don't think I do. I think I have that option later. Let's play See the Sign, play Sensei's Divining Top. And now I can cast Thoughtcast. How's my opponent gonna... Ooh, my opponent is going to hardcast Force of Will on this, I think? Wait, why did I sack no land? Actually, I don't know what's going on. I would be happy with hardcast Force of Will. just because I have a second Sensei's Divining Top. My opponent actually knows that because I tap top to draw a card. Alright. Is my opponent casting Digs for him? No, force. Yeah,
Why
that's
did you grab
fine.
this turn?
And
To hold up.
I can cast
You could have just
Podcast,
done
I
it in
guess,
response.
Yeah.
for 1 mana. And then just pass the turn.
If
If my
you
opponent has
needed to.
Flusterstorm, then
You
that's
didn't know
fine
the top
too.
cards was deck. There was no reason to just crack Scourge.
Right. Ooh, yeah, right. I have Soul.
Yeah.
So that's even better. So Soul, because now I can play Soul Ring, Sensei's Top, and untap Mana Vault with Key. At some point I'm just going to want to Red Blast that Snapcaster. My opponent's going to Force of Will, pitching.
Going
Force-
hellbent.
That's actually kind of interesting. I know my top card is
Misdirect that.
Scalding Tarn. Sensei's Top draws me 2 cards a turn. I think I've got a misdirect. Pitching Mental Misstep. Huh. Didn't think I was going to be fighting over the Sensei's Tops this turn. My opponent countered both of them. That's interesting. Alright. Top resolves. Opponent has no cards in hand. Untap Mana Vault, and I have Force pitching Notion Thief if I need to stop if my opponent draws something insane, and a way to kill that Snapcaster coming up shortly here. And now that I'm not priced into untapping Mana Vault, I can start going off with Sensei's Divining Top, which is basically all I really wanted to do when I put this deck together. Alright, time to go deep here. Draw. I guess I'll play the Torn just in case. I have enough mana, I can spin the top
Well,
first,
you
I
don't.
suppose. Ooh, I like Yawgmoth's Will. I like that a lot more than Pyroblast. I don't need a second one of those. Draw.
Tap it, draw.
Untap Sensei's Top. Draw. Alright, and do I want to replay the top? Is the question. I may not, actually. I think I can just wait a turn here. Because right now I have Red Blast up for the Snapcaster. Actually, I should do that on my opponent's upkeep. And Notion Thief or Hardcast Force of Will ready to go. So I like having those options. I should probably Red Blast the Snapcaster. I think getting into bolt range it just doesn't really make that much sense. Alright. Sorry, Pyroblast. Shuffle you away. Volcanic Island. Red Elemental Blast on Snapcaster. Alright, Snapcaster's down after dealing many millions of damage. And now here's the part where my opponent casts Brainstorm. And leads to the same concession as last time. Alright, or nothing. No reason to just run out the Notion Thief here. I'm drawing plenty of cards off Sensei's Top. Ooh, and Treasure Cruise. Oh, yeah, let's start with Treasure
Kinda
Cruise. I've got a
going
bunch
off.
of junk in here that I can get rid of.
A bit
So,
unreducible.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
Careful what you
and
remove.
I guess Probe is probably a little less bad. But I guess I don't need Duress if Yawgmoth's Will is resolving, but I don't think I'm casting too many Gitaxian Probes either. Alright. Treasure Cruise is happening. Treasure Cruise is Thoughtcast, Sensei's Top plus Key. All I'm doing is trying to... I just built a deck that all it can do is draw lots and lots of cards.
Drawing
So,
all the cards.
shocking.
Mm-hmm.
Do I want to Yawgwill? I can probably wait on Yawgwill. I'm not really in danger of dying here, I don't believe. Opponent doesn't even have red mana. And with Force of Will and Notion Thief, I mean, assuming I can find a blue card off top, I can cast Force, and Notion Thief